lot of competitors with a lot of wheel controlling and so on. It is not as hygienic as this one. You just do this and basically it's clean. And there are 2 or 3 ways of controlling. One is the very simple one, it's manual. When the chef is setting up the temperature here, easily setting the temperature he wants to have, time here, or the time on the cork probe. Our Combi-steamer has a cork probe here, especially if you do the meat and something you want to be sure that the medium is medium. And our cork probe has basically 4 sensors to measure the temperature. And so if you have a small piece of meat, you don't really have to be focused that you go into the middle. You can just go anywhere. It will measure the difference between the hottest and coldest part, so you always get the perfect result. This is something what most of the chefs, most of our customers are using, the manual mode. The chef knows best. So they set everything, they press start, and the Combi-steamer starts working. But we also offer a variety of other ways of using. One of the ways is called easy cooking. When I just have to decide what I want to cook. So I'll cook meat. I don't know if you can see it, well maybe not there, but we'll put some videos continuously which is going to be shown what it is. I'll just try to explain. But now I decide I'm going to do the meat. When I do the meat, I want to do it in the whole piece. Now I decide what's my priority. If I want to have it medium or if I want to have it well done. Then the question 2 is, do I want to have it dark or do I want to have it just light? It's totally up to chef. When I decide, I press OK, and the Combi-steamer will calculate all the values, all the temperature inside, temperature outside, the humidity, all the functions. So I will start to do something and talk meanwhile. This is for later. I am making some sauce in the Combi-steamer for later, and here I am reducing red wine. I can do it all together because the distribution of the heat is so strong that the taste will never match. I mean, you never get aftertaste of each other. So we're going to do the fish same time and vegetables same time. So
we don't the smell.
There's no smell. The distribution of the fan, we have a bi-directional fan. So it's going 2 sides. It has 5 speed. So the heat is going so fast that the smell shouldn't go to each other. So we are often doing fish with vegetable, which is not possible in a regular oven. But if I would go, in the functions, I can decide how fast I want to have this Combi-steamer running. So if I have a full restaurant all of a sudden, I'll go maximum, triple speed. So I know if I open the Combi oven a lot of time, or if I have it full, the temperature will be still high. Because this is happening in some, let's say, middle or lower class brands, that you have 180 or whatever you use for perhaps 180, 190 degrees for a la carte for restaurants all the time. Then if you have a full oven, the temperature is going down. And what you do when you have a la carte, you always do this, you open, you check, and again, still losing a lot of temperature. Therefore, we decided to go maximum speed, and then we can actually make it going faster. So this is related to. So we are going to do deep frying today. We're going to do the poaching. We're going to do the low temperature cooking, steaming, and as much as we can do. And I'll try to be more focused on the restaurant. Like there's a lot of things that I used to work in many restaurants, and I hopefully know what is the problem in the kitchen, and I truly believe that not just any technology can help you, like mobile phone can help you today, so we shall use the technology as an advantage. So I will go back to the menu, and I have already some goose breast, no actually duck breast, and what we do is we're going to do them a little slow, and gloves. They've been in the marinade for a day, let's say, from the morning. And what I want to do, I want them to be like 55 degrees on the core. We have several Gene containers. We have something for deep frying, for French fries or for steaming. Obviously, grilling and barbecuing. There's a lot of variety you can do in order to get ready to go out. So what I do is that I can check what is the temperature inside. It's too hot for me, so I will go on temperature first 120, and I'll go with a function here. I will wait, or what you can do, you can cool down the oven manually with the shower, or cool it down with the automatic cooling down. So the shower actually itself is protected, so if the oven is closed, the shower is not working, so nothing can happen to your kitchen. Take the cork off. One of the very good advantages that you probably noticed is that our combi oven has crosswise orientation. So you go into the oven like this. And I think it's something that's very important for a chef. Because if you have a full oven, and liquid with the chicken, and the oven is this orientation, even a strong man has a problem. So it is something what it's really good for a chef or people in the kitchen. So I'll apply the cork prop, and I'll keep the 120. One of the also very good thing for people in the kitchen is that you can have a perfect visual control on the display even from the distance. So you can see what is the temperature inside. Well, what is the temperature you preset. But by one click on the temperature, you see what is the temperature inside right now. Or you can see what was the original time preset. Because a lot of times it's happening in the main restaurant that the chef forgets to close the door, leaves it open, then temperature is gone, then another chef comes, close, and they don't realize that they lost 50 degrees and they are surprised it's taking half an hour longer. So one click and I see what's the actual temperature inside. And I'm going to go to the functions and I will open the flat valve, which is the thing on the top, and to get rid of the humidity. So I'm going to have a very, very dry temperature inside. Everything contains water, like, you know, vegetable, everything. So in order to be really, really dry, hot air, because it was in a liquid before, I open the flat valve and all the humidity goes away. And again I will go on the maximum speed. And I can control what is the temperature on the cork probe by clicking on it. So I can actually see how fast it is, you know, getting higher and higher. And one of benefits of our combi oven is that, as I said, bidirectional fan is going to both sides, and that actually causes that the temperature accuracy, it's very precise. So I preset 120, it is 190. We're going to check a few times, and it shouldn't go more than max 3 degrees difference. So if you do a pastry or cakes, then you really have to have 180 or 70, not 90 or 200. This is something what is really, really good. It's 2-3 degrees should be the difference. Okay, let's go back to the switch. And I can actually show you something what is probably very important for restaurants is that I will do, it's called rack timing. It's a function we have. And basically what it does is that for each shelf, for each rack, you can have a different time. So I'm going to put, let's say, some temperature here for my dive, which is what this point right now. I'll add the functions, maximum speed, open flat valve. It's not necessary, it's just the way I want it to show, you know. You can obviously go the other direction. So this is something what I have now. I have 10 shelves here, 10 racks, I have 10 icons. So if the order comes, let's say, beef steak, medium, I click, I put it inside, I can actually change the time to something else. Let's say 25, 1 second, so 25, 0. And I put it inside the steak. Then another order comes, steak well done, or a fish, or whatever. And I'll put it in the second shelf, second rack. I'll put different time on it because it's a different time. So the point is that if if I know approximate time of how long needs to be steak done, cooked for well done, how long for medium, how long for fish, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do, oh, it's not ready yet. Or I don't have to select all the time. In many restaurants there's always alarm and nobody knows what for. So now you can divide it into the 10 or 20 if you have adapted for half gastros. And all the time, you can, a lot of customers do, that they have a first for meat, then for fish, preset time, so always they click, it goes always the same time. So the first are always on the top, the last are on the bottom, so they don't have to waste the time, they don't have to concentrate on it. Okay. So what we're going to do today is, do you know what's the whitefish called? I don't remember. The whitefish we got yesterday. Pangasius, okay. So we have some pangasius marinated with lime and coriander chili. Then we have a pork belly, which we marinated with French mustard, garlic. And then we have some salmon, which we basically fill with basil, fresh basil, and we're going to serve it with tomato concassé. Then we do the steamed vegetable salad. So now it's telling me that the first shelf is done. So what I do, I close it, take the steak, I can serve. I don't really have to open, close, and check. Or I can add more time. It's totally up to you. It's the whole menu or a lot of things inside are able to be designed according to your needs. That every chef is different, every restaurant is different. You can make a lot of differences and set up the whole menu according to your needs. Okay, I'll just go back. Rest the temperature. So we're going to keep this cooking, and I can mention some other points. What if you have any problem in a restaurant, like if it's very busy Friday night, the people in the kitchen, you know, it will be stressed because of the I don't know. Let's say you have a table of 4 people, and everybody order fish, and somebody order well done. So all these people must wait for a steak. We have one new product. It's called Hold-A-Mat. I don't know if you have it in your bags. I'll just try to put it on the screen.